talk about, oh, say okay here. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna have to, okay, now I gave it an okay too. All right, folks, so I'm here today to talk to you about what this course is, okay? The course is called The Art of Medical Interpretation. We call it AMI, okay? And I'm Daniela Caride. I'm a trilingual interpreter and instructor at CCCS. So thank you for being here. I know it's late. You guys have busy lives, and I really appreciate that you're looking into your future. And I want to tell you a little bit about what is this AMI course that we are all talking about. This is an online course. It is for interpreting. So we will teach you how to interpret, not translate. So that's the first thing. Translation is everything in writing. We are going to be teaching you in this course to interpret only. Okay, so interpretation, people give you a thought, you deliver it in another language, then the other person gives you a thought, you deliver it orally in the other language. Okay, so this is a course for oral skills of interpretation. All right. Now, why should you take this course? Well, you would take this course to become a professional interpreter with a certificate that gives you the right to get a job, an official job interpreting for schools, for community, for hospitals, courts, and way many other opportunities, companies, etc. Okay, so for example, you can go as a professional interpreter with this certificate to interpret at hospitals. For example, say a person goes to a medical consult and they do not understand English so well, they need help. You can go and interpret for the provider and the patient and be the conduit of information between those people so they can understand each other, right? The same thing for schools. For example, the kids, they learn English so fast, but maybe the parents don't. So they need help understanding what the teachers are saying. And we interpreters go there and help people communicate directly and effectively. All right. You can also work at courts with a certificate of interpretation. You may want to work for government agencies, the FBI, CIA, Department of Children and Families, whatever you like. So this certificate would give you so many opportunities to work not only at local hospitals, but work in person, online, schools, agencies, and whatnot. Okay. Now, if you want to continue progressing as an interpreter, you can get to the UN and interpret there too. Why not? Okay, so keep studying. We all keep studying when we become interpreters. It's a lot of fun because we're always meeting new people, helping people, and also learning more. Okay, you can even get into a career with AI. Everybody's talking about artificial intelligence right now. Many of us train artificial intelligence to say more intelligent things. So that's wonderful. Okay, guys. So you can be an interpreter with this certificate. You can also get better credentials to work at other places, not as an interpreter, but for example, as a bilingual medical assistant, or if you have a career such as a nurse or a career inside a hospital and you want to get a better qualification, you may do this certificate so you're able to know how to communicate with people, how to interpret while you're doing this other job. Okay, so we have a lot of people in the course who are doctors from other countries, who are nurses, dental hygienists, a lot of people who take this course to get better at what they do when they communicate with other languages that are not only the English. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, please just interrupt me, okay? This is not very official. I'm very easy. Do you guys have any questions so far? Or should I continue? All good?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you need to do this course, this Art of Medical Interpretation course? You need a high school diploma, okay? You need to have finished high school, and you need to be fluent in both English in another language, say it Portuguese, Spanish, Korean, Mandarin, whatever is the other language. So you have to be proficient in both languages, and you need to be 18 or over, okay? Now, to get into the course, as Leah was saying, we perform a screening entrance test, and you'll be tested. We will have a conversation with you. And Zarita, maybe you want to give more information about that.
Okay. Do you
we
want me
do
to
a
do it?
screening test to your level of language. So Zarita.
So the screening, you have to have a laptop, a headphone, a good internet connection, an ID so that we can see that you are the person who say you are, just for that purpose. And then we will ask you a few questions in your target language. Will be Portuguese or Spanish, depending on your language, or other languages you might speak, and then in English. Then you listen to a recording in both languages. Then you watch a video in both languages. You read a text also in both languages, and we ask you questions. So this is comprehension, and then ability to express yourself, and then to put thoughts together. So we have a picture, we ask you to describe the picture. Then we have sentences we call idiomatic expressions. So these are sentences that literally, if you interpret, does not make sense. For example, in the United States, a lot of young kids sometimes say, "Get off my back." And "get off my back," literally, no, it's not like come out of my back, is that right? It's real, the meaning is leave me alone. So we're going to have idiomatic expressions like these ones, maybe about 7 to 8. And that just tells us how much, what's your education level in the language that we're asking you about these idiomatic expressions. So we can see the range, the base. You need to pass the language screen with 85%. There is a little bit of writing, but very minor. When you become an interpreter, your skills are more oral skills. Because the budgets are shrinking and shrinking. Sometimes hospitals also ask that you have good written skills. So what we do, you sometimes need to write little notes like take this pill twice a day. So we expect you to, as an interpreter, so speaking orally, of course, will take notes and write a few notes to a patient or vice versa. But now we know for certain language, the hospitals are also asking you to have better written skills than just writing notes. We'll give you a certificate saying that you are orally qualified to be an interpreter with the basics that an interpreter needs by writing a short amount of sentences. Go ahead.
Right. So after you pass the screening test, you're able to do the course with us. Attendance is mandatory because since, Zarita was explaining earlier, we are audited by the state of Massachusetts. So we are very strict with attendance. Everybody needs to be there. And if you miss a class, then you have to make up for that class. And you need a computer with fast internet and headphones to take this course, okay? This is a 60-hour course that gives you a certificate at the end, and we have teachers live in this course via Zoom teaching you, okay? So there is no recorded class, everything is live with us. Now, these courses, depending on when you take this course over the year, it's 2 or 3 times a week. And we're going to go over the next course available, okay? And this is 4 hours of class each time that we have a class, okay? And we have 15-minute breaks in these 4-hour classes for people to get some water, go to the bathroom, etc. Okay? Now, during these classes, we have role play practice. So we teach, we give you content, and we're going to talk about the content in a little bit. And we also give you role play practice. So what that means is that we're going to train with you and with the other students. We're going to train because with experience, then you learn how to interpret, right? So there's going to be theory, there's going to be practice. And also we have something in this course called coaching sessions. So the coaching sessions, they are given in your target language. 6 of the 60 hours of this course are coaching sessions. So what does that mean? We're going to have professional, highly trained interpreters giving you coaching in your target language. So the course is given in English. Throughout the entire course, all the content comes in English. But then you have these specific sessions to perfect your technique in your target language. For example, Portuguese or Spanish, be it what it is, you're going to have a coach in the room with you practicing interpreting and giving you tips, not only on vocabulary, but also in technique, talking about those idiomatic expressions that Zanita was mentioning, right? All those things are going to be addressed with the coaches live during the class, okay? So what do we talk in this course? What do we teach in this course? First of all, you will learn the skills to interpret. You will need to learn the techniques, how to memorize, how to be very accurate, how to be transparent about the work that you're doing. We are going to teach you about several modes of interpretation that occur, memory retention. There's going to be a lot of technical content about the practice of interpreting. Also, another feature of this course is to teach you how to appropriately address culture, because we are not only interpreting the words and the meaning of what is being said, we are also responsible for understanding the culture of the countries, of the people we are interpreting for, okay? So we'll teach you that as well. We're going to teach you how to learn this. Then, of course, there is a component in this course that we talk about ethics. How do we legally have to operate in this field to comply with all of the rules, to do our job correctly? Okay, so we talk about the standards of practice of this profession. We talk a lot about scenarios. Okay, so if this happens, what do we do? And then we have discussions about it. It's a very conversational course. Everybody participates, and we're always learning from everyone. And it's a lot of fun because we have people from all backgrounds. So we may have doctors that tells us anecdotes, and nurses and people who work inside the hospitals, inside many schools, everywhere, and they bring their experience too, so we learn together, okay? Another component of this course is to learn vocabulary. You will learn a lot of vocabulary, general vocabulary, and also medical terms, okay? Because this is a course that is focused for medical interpretation, right? But it also gives you, as we said, the right to interpret for other areas, but we focus on medical interpretation. So you will have a lot of medical terminology. We will teach you how the body works in the most important body systems that you need to cover. We're going to talk about diseases, treatments, tests that are very common, okay? So you will learn all of those things with us, as well as protocols about the profession, all that, okay? Now, who is going to be teaching these courses? I am one of the people who teach the courses. I teach with Laura Chavez, and well, I'm there, Daniela Caride, or Daniela Caride. I actually am Brazilian and Argentinian because my family is from Argentina, but I was born in Brazil. So I am a trilingual interpreter. I interpret for Portuguese, Spanish, and English, okay? And I'm nationally certified, this is a certification process that you take after you have some experience, you go and pursue a national certification. Okay, this is a step beyond this 60-hour certificate. So both Laura and I, we have the national certification, and Laura is a Spanish English interpreter as well with a lot of experience. Okay, now we have other people also teaching the course. We have Gay Gentis, who is one of the directors at CCCS. She has a lecture and she talks about professionalism. She gives tips on how to develop curriculum, a resume, how to present yourself, how to dress yourself. She talks about the market. It's very interesting. Zarita, who is here with us today, who is the owner of CCCS, she also teaches classes sometimes, and you have coaches for your languages who are people who work for CCCS and have been screened and trained for these jobs as well. So depending on your language, and I suppose that you guys are what, Portuguese, Spanish? What is Portuguese? Raise your hands. Ah, everyone. Tudo bem, gente. Então tá. And yes, so you guys are going to have coaches in Portuguese, okay? Now, what are the things that you will have to go through this course? What kinds of materials? We do have a course manual who is 875-page manual. It's a brick. It's a lot of fun too, because there's so much information in it. And of course, we cannot cover 875 pages during this course. So it's material that you can continue using to study after the course, to continue improving after the course. Okay, so it's a wonderful resource that we give you. Then you have a web-based portal, which is where we do a lot of the activities, okay? So this picture that you're seeing on the right, the Art of Medical Interpretation, this is a snapshot of the portal that we use, okay? So there's the atlas, there are sample glossaries, we have homeworks, we have all the quizzes that we take are in the portal, okay? And yes, we always recommend a certain atlas of anatomy as well, because in this course, it is important for us to not only memorize, to just not memorize medical terminology. We need to learn about the body. We need to know what we're talking about. And then we will be able to interpret much better when that happens, okay? Now, during this course, we are going to have several tools to help you study throughout the course, okay? It's a fast-paced course, it's very intense, but it's also a lot of fun. And after less than 2 months, you have a new career. So all of the effort is totally worth it, I can tell you. Okay, so we have homework, which is a tool that helps you study all of the materials that we give throughout the course. So we give a module and then you have homework, and then we give another module, you have more homework, and then you can review the materials of the course as you go. We also have a few graded quizzes throughout the course that helps you keep up with the materials, keep studying for these little quizzes, so you don't have like a ton of things to study at the end of the course when you do the final exams, right? So if you go studying little by little during the course, you will be more prepared at the end. So these graded quizzes are all taken online in the portal, okay? So you enter there, we have a timer, you just answer it in writing, and that's that. We correct and give you feedback, okay? And then we have the final exams. In the final exams, we have an oral exam and we have a written exam, okay? So for you to succeed in this course, for the written exam, you have to have a minimum grade of 75%, a general 75% grade to pass the written, okay? And for the oral exam, you need 85%, okay? So the written exam is something that you do in the portal. And the oral exam is just like you're seeing in that screen. You know, you're going to have two instructors with you, and they're going to have a role play, and you're going to interpret. At the end of the course, you should be ready to interpret. And then we're going to evaluate your performance and give you a grade based on very objective terms, because we have like a little number for every word, every expression. So we're very objective in this course, okay? We try not to do a subjective course because this would not be fair to you, okay? So if you look at the next course that we have available is going to start on January 13. It's a 6-week course. So if you do this course in a month and a half, you have this certificate. You have a new profession. You have new opportunities for yourself. This is a course that will be given Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and they happen from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, okay? Now, as you can see, there are breaks as well. There's no class January 20th, February 17th. We're going to give you a very specific syllabus where you can follow all the schedule. You have the rules all in writing, and you can follow everything in this syllabus, okay? Also, this information is on CCCS Embracing Culture website. So you can go there and check all of the dates for this course and the next course that is also in March, but we hope to see you in January.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I have I think a couple of slides. Next steps, then after you finish your course, think about your future. You know, you keep attending lectures, courses. There are the national certification exams that I took, that Laura took, and CCCS has also other trainings for you to specialize in other areas, to pursue your certification. We have a series of products that can help you continue advancing your career. And there are also several organizations that help you keep with all of the requirements of the profession, so you keep up to date. Imagine that you go to the hospital and there are new procedures being done, there's new tests. We always are learning something new, okay? So if you want to apply for our CCCS course, The Art of Medical Interpretation, please also contact Zarita. This is her phone number. You can text her as well, okay? So Leah also has Zarita's contact information. And yeah, get in touch with us for more information. And of course, if you have questions, please do ask me now. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. And I want to tell you that this is my second career. I was a journalist a lifetime ago, and I changed careers. It was way before the pandemic now, so it's been a while. But I have to say to you, this is a wonderful job. I just love it so much because we can see right away, we can see in front of us the people that we're helping. So it is very rewarding. And we have the opportunity to know a lot of people, to learn a lot about new things, to be in touch with very smart people and with people who come from so many cultural backgrounds. And it really opened up my mind. So I love doing this, and we need people to continue helping. We have a lot of needs for interpreters. all over America. Here in Massachusetts, a lot of interpreters are needed. So there are plenty of jobs out there for you guys too. You just have to put in the work. It's a month and a half that you work really hard, and then boom, you have your certificate. Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Questions? Anyone has questions for our colleague
Questions?
Daniela?
I have a question about the high school diploma because I come adult from Brazil, so I have the high school diploma, but from Brazil. I want to know if
That's
it's
fine.
fine.
That's fine. Does
So-
not need to be translated.
Okay,
Okay? That's very good. Very good question.
thank you.
Rose, do you want to share a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, I mean, she covered a lot of stuff there. What I can say about being interpreter on the vineyard, it's a little bit different experience because you're not gonna be seeing a lot of different languages. You're just basically gonna work with a lot of the Portuguese speakers, and you're not gonna see too much of variation of areas of Brazil, even though sometimes you do find some different states. So you have a little bit of culture broken with that. But it's a very, very, very interesting profession because, like Daniela mentioned, you have so many areas that you guys are going to be able to work. I've been doing this for, like I said, 17 years. I've worked all this time as an interpreter on the vineyard, and I've worked with many different agencies. And I have to have the opportunity to work with all different areas, and I had to always be learning and getting better and getting to develop more my capabilities as an interpreter. So what I have to tell you guys that is something, if you have the opportunity, I think I should really take this because it's something that whatever kind of job you're gonna be thinking about doing, this is gonna be always something that you either can do to complement what you already do, because the hours are very flexible, but also it can help you in different kind of jobs. Like right now, I'm not working directly as an interpreter, I'm working as a teacher assistant, but because I am a person that is bilingual, and because I am certified and I have so much experience, that counts a lot for me. It helped me a lot to get this job position that I have right now. So it doesn't matter exactly where you're gonna go. It's always gonna be a great opportunity for you professionally. So that's what I want to get you kind of think about it. This is a really good opportunity to have, especially getting taking this chance that the hospital is financing it.
That's great. I wanna just to add that you all met Leah in the beginning, but it really takes leadership and love and care and respect. And Leah has transformed all these words bigger and bigger. She's now, Rosemary is part of the community of interpreters that she's including as in the leadership. So you not only become an interpreter, but you're also going to become part of a community that is going to evolve, is going to change. You're going to have different jobs. And you're also working with wonderful people, in a world where there's wars and there is fears and governments are changing. You are working in a safe place where people care and people want you to grow. They're learning about your language, learning about our culture. And what a gift to be able to get paid to study and then to work with a wonderful group of people. CCS is also wonderful. You met Daniela, we're going to meet Laura. We have a whole group of wonderful staff that believe in the same things that Leah and their team and Cap believe. So it's real it takes a village to raise an interpreter, and you will be part of that village. So I hope that you can text message me. I will ask you, you have my number there. If you can write it down, you can text. I don't know if you have a piece of paper and you want to write down my number. Okay.
I put it
Great,
up
thank
here.
you. That was
Put it up
quick.
here.
Yes.
Thank you. That was very
Yeah.
quick. So you can take a picture of this, and you can, what I ask you to say your name from referred by Martha's Vineyard, your name, your email address, and your phone number, and when can I reach you? I will reach you most likely the same day or the next day. So
And
if
what-
you don't hear from me, please text message me, okay?
And
But-
Zarita, another thing that we're asking, so if you are interested, please go to either the link or do the QR code and fill out the registration form for us for CAPS, so we will know that you're interested, and then Monica can also follow.
Okay. Okay.
So we will send everybody the link, so that will be the way that they can.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys,
Any questions? Is this what you expected? Yeah, go ahead.
I have one quick question as a teacher. I know you mentioned idioms, but are there any other things they can study to prepare for the qualification exam?
You can't prepare, you have to be fluent at an advanced level in both languages. So one day before, a week before is not going to make you speak, you know, but as a teacher, they need to be at an advanced level in both languages.
Just to know, there are people at MBOP who have taken this class in the past, okay, and successfully.
That's
So
good.
It is, I'm telling the students more than.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of them have been with us in the course
Yes.
with Laura and me.
Wonderful
And,
students.
Yeah, maybe they can tell you some stories too. It's a lot of fun, folks. So, you know, if you guys are looking for opportunities, this is an area, there's a lot of work. Also, it doesn't really matter what level of ambition you are. If you're very ambitious, there are very interesting things for you to do. If you just want to have a regular job and get it done, that's fine too. There's jobs for you. There's so many opportunities. One thing that I really appreciate about interpreting is that is a non-linear career. You know, you go one place and then you cannot even imagine where you end up doing. I am here teaching for CCCS. I create content for this agency. I interpret simultaneously for conferences. I do in-person work. I do so many different things
Language
that I
assessments, language
Yeah.
assessments.
So we test other interpreters from hospitals and other agencies to see the quality of their work. So there's so many layers to this job. You will find your way depending on what you like and what you want to do.
That's right.
And
It's
I would-
exciting.
I would just add, just from some of the experience that I've had with students who were a little hesitant, like didn't know how their English was. They felt that strong in their native language, but English was a little bit weaker. That, you know, if you take the screening
Yes.
and Zarita, like the team and Danielle, they provide such great feedback around, you know, the ways that you can improve your whichever language you're trying to work on. But that's really helpful. So it also gives you a little bit of a sense. So maybe you need to take some more English courses after that, but then you will get to that level. And this is an opportunity for you in the future. My hope is that we will continue being able to offer these opportunities. Right now, you know, every year we've been getting grant funding, and I hope that that will continue. Right now we have enough to pay for 10 people to take a course. So that's another reason why I need you to fill out that registration form, because I want to be able to kind of go with the first come, first serve. So whoever is first, we will go to them first, and then the second, third, fourth. And if you are beyond the 10, we'll put you on a wait list and we will see if we can get some funding for you.
That's great.
Can I,
Great. Thank you.
can I just say something about the insecurity of the language? when I started, I was insecure too. So you have to start somewhere. So it's a lot of insecurity when you're gonna start do something. So I didn't know what I know now. I could not speak the English that I speak now back then. So when I did my class was in 2001. See how long ago. And I have a stepdaughter that also is a medical interpreter, and she's American. So she learned Portuguese with me, and she was always really, really shy to talk. And she was very, very insecure to do the course. And she did. Excellent interpreter.
I want to
I
ask
think-
something. So I
Oh,
apologize to interrupt. I heard that the course is 6 weeks, right?
It
Can you
depends. Yeah, it's about if you have a vacation, because there is some holidays can be a little more, but it's 6 weeks altogether.
schedule of it? How would the schedule would look like? Like what time to what time the classes would be, or
Okay.
the evening?
In general, it's evenings, 6 to 10 o'clock. The one in January is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, starting January 13th. So we have to test everyone before the end of December, so we have an idea where you are. And then the other schedules will come. We can send maybe the schedules. I think we did send it to Leah, but the next schedules will be sometimes it's Mondays, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays twice, so it's longer, the course, and sometimes it's Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays.
And I have, so on the registration form, you can choose which course you want to take. There is one that is in March. So I know you guys are doing classes right now at night. So the March class might be a better one for you, a better fit for you. So you can look at those two options. There's a January course and then one starting in March. And the dates are on the registration form, and also you can visit CCCS's website, and they have information there, the link that I put on this PowerPoint, which I will send to your teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.